I want to talk to you also a little bit more about equity and inequity. So what I'm trying to do in the school space as a leader is that I'm trying to bridge the gap to make it a more equitable space for all of us, starting from teachers to students to the leaders to community, and try to get programs that can help bridge this gap, right? We're also engaging a lot. Ashoka Shishu Vihara engages a lot with the community around here. So I want to ask you, what do you think that a school leader should do, or how do we ask these questions, right? If they're not asking these difficult questions, how do they ask these questions? How do they figure out to be sort of more inclusive? Have that value spread across the school?
Yeah.
How do we get people together, work together to change this, right? Of course, you did mention about there is an objective that you have to reach, or you need to have as a school, and
Yeah.
I'd like to pick your brains on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think these are questions that I think are relevant for school leaders, but also for any educator, honestly, probably for any Indian citizen.
Right.
They're relevant for all of us. I think what we often hear is that what India is facing is an implementation issue.
Mm.
And we have the right policies, that we have the right frameworks, but actually we're just not able to implement. And I think there's some truth to that. And I also think we should challenge that.
Right.
And I think one question that we really need to be holding is, were today's schools actually designed as vehicles of economic mobility?
Mm.
Or were schools today designed to perpetuate the status quo? Were they designed to ensure that a child coming in from a low-income community is able to climb their way into a middle or a high-income community? Or were they designed to ensure that if you come in poor, you will remain poor? And I think it's a question all of us need to be holding.
Fantastic.
And if we start to hold that, we start to basically acknowledge that, is this just an implementation issue, or is this also a design issue?
Right.
Because they will take us into two different sets of solutions.
Right.
And I believe that maybe it's a combination of both. I think we need to be asking ourselves why we have one set of expectations for our most privileged and another set of expectations for everybody else. And I think we need to look deep into the mirror, all of us, and actually say, what does it take to reset our expectations? And what does it take to be able to believe that kids, regardless of their socioeconomic background, are capable of anything? I think we need to ask ourselves why, people have stopped seeing teaching and education and the work that goes on within schools as sacred, and why they've stopped seeing it as aspirational.
Right.
And what does it take to be able to shift the culture?
Right.
So that we're able to basically place it on the mantle that it deserves, and to be able to fuel the change our kids so desperately need
Yes.
and deserve. Yeah, I think those are some of the biggest ones that I would point to.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. I think they're very powerful questions.
Yeah.